What's up, guys? We are the Sports Junkies. We are here to have another fun debate.
This is fun.
I'm Davey.
I'm Jordan.
We are not sponsored by these Jordans, by the way.
One day, I hope. I'd buy enough Jordans to be sponsored by Michael Jordan. And if you want to verify that, reach out to me. I should have enough to be sponsored. I know plenty of people that are sponsored that Nike just sends them little side deals. I should be getting side deals. I just don't put it up on YouTube. These guys put it up on YouTube, so they send them all these deals because it's advertising.
Don't tell his wife how much he spends on these shoes.
Yeah, keep that one a secret. I keep her in the dark. Anyways, we have, I think, a good topic today. It's regarding the 2021-2022 season, and that season only. But we are going to run with the top 5 point guards in the 2021-2022 season. That is our topic. I'm going to allow you to have the floor first, my friend.
All right. You know, I had a lot of ups and downs with these decisions because a couple weeks ago my decisions were completely different than they are, not by much, but what they are by now. And so I'm going to base all this off of I'm going to take into account playoffs. I'm going to take into account stats. I'm also going to take into account captain mode. Who's these players that want to be the captain of your team?
That shows me something right there.
Okay, so my number 5, I'm going to go with the Atlanta Hawks, and I'm going to go with Trae Young. Okay, statistically wise, I mean, if we're going off those, he should probably be, top 1 or 2, honestly. Points per game is very high, assists are very high. But their record right now and what they've done in the season, they've been doing really good in the last couple of weeks. And so he's definitely jumped up there. So I'm going to put Trae Young, my number 5. Okay. Number 4, I'm going to put Mr. Luka Doncic. Okay. I'm going to put him at number 4. And I think that this guy's had better seasons than this where he is top 2. Okay. But this year, there's something that's lacking with the Mavericks. And I don't know if it's Luka that's really doing this.
They're on a bit of a run right now, aren't they?
They are on a bit of a run, yes. They're making the playoff run. They're catching the Utah Jazz. So they're definitely playing a lot better right now. But I don't feel like the team chemistry is as good as I've seen it in previous years. And statistically wise...
What's his head went out too, huh? Hardaway Jr.
Yep, he's out for the season. Yep. So that's a huge loss. Porzingis has shown some good things, but overall, I just don't see Luka having as much fun as he's had in the previous years.
I think you're right.
And I don't know if that's coaching. Obviously, they got a new coach, Jason Kidd. So I'm putting him as my number 4. Number 3, I'm gonna put Mr. Ja Morant. Okay, Grizzlies are on a tear right now. Nobody wants to play the Grizzlies right now.
Mm-mm.
I mean, they're winning by 20 points almost every single game. They're running away with these games. And Ja's putting up ridiculous numbers. And he would be a little bit higher, but I don't think he's that captain compared to my top 2 guys. So, Ja Morant, number 3. Number 2, I'm putting Chris Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Paul, statistically wise, isn't as good as these other point guards.
That's your captain move.
That's my captain move. Yep, right there. This guy knows how to command this team, and he knows he has a ton of playoff experience, ton of regular season experience, and he is really starting to elevate his assist game in the last couple weeks. Mm-hmm. Really getting up there. So Chris Paul's my number 2. And then my number 1, I mean, you can't pass on this guy. I mean, number 1 in 3 points, all time, okay? You never want to piss this guy off because this guy can get hot at any second, and it's Stephen Curry. Guy's just an absolute machine. I mean, he just, it doesn't matter if you're down 20. in the third. This guy can bring you back. So he's my number one. So, Jordan,
Interesting.
let's see what you got.
This first one's gonna surprise you based off of how your list went. My number 5, I have Chris Paul from the Phoenix Suns. You're right. He's having a good year. He's averaging the most assists he's had, I think, since his 2015 season with the Clippers. Over 10 helpers a game.
Yeah, killing it.
That's hard to dispute, but helpers are just helpers. I can't knock your captain. He's definitely the point god, right? The point god. So, I got him at number 5, though.
Okay.
My number 4 player, me and you saw eye to eye here. Luka Doncic.
All right.
I can agree with you there. Something's just not right this year. Plus, he's missed 15 or more games.
Yeah.
I think that's got to come into consideration. What I think is wrong is he's overweight.
He has gained weight, hasn't he?
Yes. He's been heavy really his whole career, but he's ultra heavy this year, and I think he even admitted it in December that he needs to lose some weight. Did he?
Yep. Even in the offseason he did.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's what, but listen, when you're only, what is he, 22, 23 maybe?
So young.
He's somewhere. He's early 20, and you're carrying around that much weight, and you have the ball as much as he does. I think it's catching up to him. My number 3. Trae Young from the Atlanta Hawks. Now, based off of what you said, and the record, it's not great. I think they're on a little quiet push that they're going to get on.
They are. They're making a run.
They're going to make a run. They're going to at least make the play-in. I don't know if that's good enough. But when I'm talking about just one singular position, and that's point guard, I can only judge Trae off of what Trae does.
Right. He kills it.
I can't determine it off the entire team. Trae brings it every single night. Small guy, but he cooks.
Yeah.
My number 2, I got coming out of Memphis, Ja Morant. You said it. They're on a tear. If you're asking me to build a team right now, I might take Ja for sure over Luka. So if we want to start that conversation, we can.
Wow.
I'm taking Ja over Luka. More in shape. I think he's better at commanding a team.
Yeah.
I think he's more of a team player. I like Ja a lot. He's a high flyer. I think I heard something like he has the most dunks in the league this year.
He does.
Does he?
Yeah.
Like, that's fast break, just making it happen type stuff. That team's playing fast. They're having fun. They're rolling. I got Ja at number 2.
Okay.
Number 1, you said it. You can't refute it. Not having, in fact, maybe having one of his worst years of his career.
Yeah.
I think Curry is.
He really is.
But his worst year is most people's best. And the reason I put him here, even though he's having a down year in almost every category that there is because you still have to account for him. Maybe it's defense is figuring him out. Maybe it's the fact that they're doubling because he didn't have his homeboy Clay. Clay's back, and Clay's getting going.
He is.
You're not going to be able to send so many double teams at Curry. I think he had that weird time where he was catching Ray Allen in the 3 points and all times. And I think that played with his head a little bit.
It really did.
As I think it would play with anybody's head. But I think he's going to come back. He's still someone you don't want to see in the postseason. He's still someone, like you said, you do not want to piss off. Don't piss this guy off because he'll go on a 15-0 run himself in about a minute and a half. So, that's my top 5.
Okay. We had the exact same players, just in a little bit different order.
Yeah.
And
no Lillard?
No Lillard. If he was healthy,
yeah.
He's had that abdominal injury, so I think,
No Donovan?
No Donovan. Once again, injuries.
Yeah, that counts.
Donovan doesn't look happy this year.
No.
There's something with the Jazz that's just not.
I agree.
It's not sitting well with Mitchell.
I agree.
I really like Drew Holiday. I think that he's a good player, and I think he brings more than stats to that team. Obviously, you got Giannis.
Yeah.
And Chris Middleton. But Drew Holiday is a very good defensive player. Who else am I thinking of?
Doesn't matter. I've got to ask you a question. You had Chris Paul too.
Yes.
I got to hear more of that argument, bro.
I mean, the record kind of says it all. The record is absolutely...
Do they have a better record than Golden State?
Absolutely.
So does that mean you should be number one?
No.
Okay.
There's Devin Booker. Devin Booker is an absolute machine as well. I mean, this guy can go for 40 a night if he wants. I just went to the game and watched Booker just dominate the Jazz. He went for 43. So having that supporting cast is definitely good. But I think overall, Chris Paul, I would from the beginning of their career, I'll take Curry over Chris Paul. And obviously look at the rings, look at the playoff experience. I'm taking Curry over Chris Paul.
What about Chris Paul's failure last year?
I mean, they lost to a good team. They did really good all postseason except for the finals. And they did fall apart against Giannis and the Bucks. And yeah, I mean, that was tough. And Chris Paul does have a little bit of a stigma of playoffs. Mm-hmm. You know, he has been known to kind of fall apart in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
But I heard actually just today that Chris Paul couldn't even shoot because of his shoulder injury against the Lakers in the first round. And so he is very good at adapting. Nobody likes him in the NBA. Nobody.
Why?
Because he talks a lot, and you don't see it.
He flops a lot.
Well, so does LeBron.
Well,
and that's
Michael Jordan didn't.
Yeah, but that's kind of part of the game right now, and it's something that's been adapted. And
they need to fine him, and if they stop fining him, they need to fine him more for flopping.
Right.
We're not playing soccer.
But I don't know. And let me ask you about Luka. I mean, Luka's been really playing. I mean, he's putting up a good amount of triple doubles in the last couple weeks.
He's close to averaging one.
He's starting to step his game up, and they have been on a tear. I don't think really a lot of people want to play the Mavericks right now.
I'll tell you what I see.
Okay.
I see an injury coming.
Do you?
Luka, after the All-Star game.
He's playing too hard? Or?
He hasn't been healthy all year.
Yeah,
he's missed 15 games all year. I truly believe that, you start off at your healthiest game one. You don't get healthier as the season goes on.
Right.
If you're nicked early, you're going to be nicked late.
Right.
I see Luka. I see an injury coming. I don't know how bad. I see him sitting out more than 25 games this year, which is another 10 games into what he sat out.
Yeah.
I think that guy's got to get him a chef. If he doesn't have one, you have the money. Get a damn chef.
Yeah, him and Zion got to get together.
Yeah, that Zion guy. That's something for another day.
You got to talk to Kevin Love and be like, dude.
Yeah.
What did you do? What was your secret?
Yeah, you got to do it. When you're getting paid this much money, and you're only in your early 20s. It don't get better after this.
Right.
It don't get better after 21, 22, 23. It gets worse. That's the one thing I'll give LeBron. But even he's starting to face some health issues.
Yes.
But he's 36.
Yeah.
He's not 22, 23 years old. That's Luka. If you want to have a long career in this league, you got to get in the gym. You got to get with the chef.
Yeah.
It's holding you back. You're maybe one of the more disappointing players in the last couple of years, because I know a lot of people who had him going to MVP the last couple of years.
Yep. He's got to win that MVP.
He's got to.
He has to. And he's had flashes of that.
Yeah.
But he's never been able to go all the way.
He's hit big shots in moments.
Right. What about Dejounte Murray?
He's good.
He's good. Do you put him in your top 10?
He might crack the top 10. Record.
He just got named as an All-Star today.
Yeah, well, what's his head got named as a starter?
I know, Wiggins.
Wiggins got named as a starter. And I'm not saying he shouldn't play. He shouldn't start.
No.
We're disrespecting some players out here.
Devin Booker.
we're disrespecting Devin Booker.
Seriously.
That guy's got to, like, get in by people falling out. That's just disrespect. And then now, Wiggins? Come on. So, yes, All-Star game matters, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't put that much in it when Wiggins is a starter over Book.
Yeah, that's tough. There's some injuries that have really happened this year. I mean, if Lillard was healthy this year, I mean, it's hard to not put him in your top 5.
Yeah.
That killer mentality he has, the game winners.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just absolutely unreal.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a tough one. LaMelo's coming up.
Yeah.
LaMelo is definitely a player I would want to build my team around.
Yeah. Charlotte's got something.
Right.
Shout out MJ.
Kyrie, if he was playing all year, might be in that top 5. So it's tough, but I stand by mine, and I think both of ours little different, but we picked the exact same players, and we did not talk about this before.
No,
not at all.
I'm not showing him any of my cards. I'm playing poker over here.
He's got his poker face.
I'm here to win.
But I think those are some good top 5s right there.
Yeah. I would like to hear if somebody has a different top 5 for this season alone.
Yeah, let's see what you got. Honestly, if you could put somebody else in the top 5, I would be very intrigued to see, first of all, what your debate is.
We will call you and listen to it.
Yep. We will reach out to you. Let's make this phone call happen.
You can have a different top 5 than what we have.
Yep. So, but I think that just about does it.
Yeah.
So, thanks for joining us, and we got some more top 5s from some different positions coming up, so stick with us. Sports Junkies out.